I'm Tammy Jones, and I am the 2014 U.S. Amateur Champion.
I'm Linda Wang, and I'm the 2017 U.S. Amateur Champion.
My name is Dana Aft, and I am the 2013 U.S. Amateur Champion.
My name is Kenneth Brisbane, and I am the 2014 U.S. Amateur Champion! Yes! Yeah, baby!
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. The 2021 U.S. Amateurs Open Division. I'm Jeremy Jones with the APA, and we're live from Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. We're going to have a one-loss side match. I think the guys are just about ready from what I can see. There's two guys that made a deep run. One of them went as far as you can go, Blake Baker from Spokane, Washington, who's our reigning and defending champion, and Jason Richko, who can't remember where he came in the last one, but it was pretty deep in there, maybe third or fourth, possibly fifth, sixth. Good look at both guys right there. Jason of Trinity, Florida, just down the road. Here's our tournament format. It's a race to 7, a combination of 8 and 9, max 5 games of 8 ball, maximum 8 games of 9 ball. It's a double elimination format here at Strokers, and it's the winner gets the winner of the coin toss, chooses the break or the format. Moving right along here in day number 2. We've had a lot of big matches. A big one in the last on the winner's side of two of the guys you might say as the pre-tournament favorites, 2 of them anyways. And along we're going to have 2 of that same class here in this match with Jason and Blake. I believe Blake has won the break and Jason has picked the 8-ball side of our match. Now we'll see, of course, Blake, who lost his first match to another former champion, Ernesto Bayala, Hill in the opening round yesterday at the 1:30 time slot. So he's been grinding away on the loser's side. Okay, it doesn't appear he's made one. From what I recall on Jason, I haven't got to see him play since we were here last at the U.S. Amateurs in 2019, November 2019. But a player that definitely skilled, but also a little deceiving, I think, at times. Just going about his business. Doesn't feel like he's doing much to you, but he just keeps getting out. Really did well on the 8-ball side, even though I think maybe he considers 9-ball his better game. Okay, good shot there. Not sure what he's come away with as far as a second shot, though. I think he can get at a long, tough 2-ball. Well, maybe not. It's real close. But I'll tell you what the 2 does. If he can make this 2, it sets up for the 4 and really kind of puts the out together here in game number 1. And just caught it a hair thick to the hole. So we'll get our first look at Blake beyond that break shot he opened with. I wonder if he may take on the 13. I think all those balls go, though. Looks like the 12 goes. Not sure if the 9 goes. Looks like the 15's trouble. May take a chance at shooting the 13 and going into the 14 and all that, trying to rearrange him a little. Just a nice high ball. Put some speed on it, of course. Yeah, just like that. I mean, he's got so many options, most likely anyways. And I'm not sure what he came away with. He's got a tough shot on the 9 in the corner. Don't think it passes the 8. And if the 9 doesn't go, besides a real steep back cut on the 12, I'm not sure if he came away with a shot. And that's just not something you can predict with so many, stripes on the table. I think the 9 does go. And the good thing about the 9 is it maybe lets him get at the 10, or maybe he doesn't have to get at the 10. Pretty smooth there and a confident stroke. So now he'll see, what can I do with this 15 now? I would look, does the 15 go in the side? It's real close. Now he's going to try and get enough on this 14 now to get the bottom of the 4. Okay. Again, didn't come away with anything easy, but a couple options. I think the 12 goes, the 15 goes. Still got to work to get on that 10 though. So we'll see how he plays this. That's what I would look at. Maybe shooting the 15, dropping on the 11, then using the 12 to get on the 10 last. And the reason being is you'd like to say, all right, let me shoot the 15 and get on the 12 now to get on that 10, but it's hard to get on the 10 to the 11, so I think he needs to take the 11 away first. I think that's his plan. Now try and gain this little angle on the 12 if he can, to be able to slide behind the 10 ball to get shape on the 10 last. Okay, needs a touch of English here. Oh, he went ahead and tried to go and move the 10 or get on the 10 now. He's okay. I think he goes between the 6-2 and then down between the 7-2 back for a shape on the 10. So he had to do a lot of creating here, and you know, occasionally you have an 8-ball rack that kind of plays like that, to where just nothing works out easy and you have to keep going into balls as the rack goes. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes you get a layout that has multiple problems. Okay, he's going to hit the 2 now. Is it going to be friendly or not? Okay. Now he's either got to ease this in. He maybe could draw and go one rail into the 4 to slow the cue ball down. Otherwise, got to hit this at a little bit lighter speed. Now, normally when you're thinking about a lighter speed, you can put a hair more on it than you kind of feel you can. Remember, you can cut the 8 from a little bit near the 2 with the cue ball. Just caught it thick. So Jason now in a great position to take game number 1. Here's just all about no miss. Got plenty of choices out there. Tried to hold the ball a little better than that, I think. So now he's got to make a little bit of a shot on the 2 or the 6. Pool's a hard game because it's easy to let your mind get in the way a little bit. Like in this instance here, he kind of feels like, man, I should have came away with an easier shot than this, but that's just part of it. He's overcut it. So not the start that Jason wanted. Blake's going to get a little bit of a reprieve and go on to take game number 1. And we'll see what he does with the break in game number 2. Beautiful pool room here at Strokers in Palm Harbor. If you make your way down, a little vacation or to play some pool, make sure you put that case in the car or on the flight and make your way over. I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. Don't have all the information that Jason has at hand, but Jason Bowman I'm talking about, who's the main man here on the stream for the APA. Kind of the host of many of their podcasts and different shows they have on the social medias. But Jason Richko is who I'm talking about. I know he had a real deep run like in 19, maybe 3rd even. Might have been more like 4th or 5th, 6th, but I know I was super impressed the more I got to watch him play back then. Oh, an awful kiss on the cue ball, and I like him going to the head break. I really do. I think the guy's you know, that you'll see really advance. I think you might see a few of them lean towards that break more than the second ball break. Now Jason with ball in hand, but a lot of work ahead. No matter if your stripes are solids, you can see some difficulty with the 8 ball. I like the solids though. Okay, he wants to get on the 3-4. Is he going to get in the gap there between the 15 and them? So I think he did. I'd like to say that's just perfect control rather than a little fortune. Now he'll want to take these 2 off and then shoot the 5 to open the 8, but he got a little straight here. You don't want to wait till the 5 lasts to open the 8 because you just hard to determine what's going to happen, especially with those stripes down there. There's a lot of congestion. Now he's looking at changing his plan just because of that. So it's going to be like shoot the 5, then shoot the 4 and try to open the 8 and let the cue ball escape, I think. So stop shot here, I think. Hold the angle on the 4. Great shot. So now he's got to take a little chance. Can't wait on the 8 any longer. So it's not so much and very difficult to get into the 8 to open those, but the trick is coming away with another shot, not getting pinned behind one of these stripes like that. That was always going to be the issue. And he knew that. He knew there was some risk. That's why getting straight on that 4 ball was a little unfortunate. Okay, so you'll see Blake not take much time getting this. What is that, the 12 ball or is that the 10? That's the 10. So he'll immediately open that one way or another. No reason to waste any time. Should go into the 8. That's why I was a little worried. If you don't go into the 8 there, this could get a little funny quickly. Now he's got the 9. So, but it could have stopped dead behind the 8 going into the 10 like that, but that would have been pretty hard luck, but it is a possibility. The game's about making shots, right? Making balls, and that's usually where the mistake is. It's not as much position. So what I'm getting at is I really like, Blake, he stays in his rhythm. I think I've seen a few of the players, because of the setting and the situation and how big a moment it is, that they get a little worried, maybe a little over worried at times, and kind of lose their rhythm. And then therefore, when you lose your rhythm a little bit, you lose your stroke and your touch a little bit as well. Blake stays a little more, I think, what he's used to, which really bodes well as far as, like I said, the game's really about making them balls. So and now in a great position to take a 2-0 lead, and I think he'll stick to that head-on break. He got an unfortunate kiss and a scratch in the last, but he made balls, and that's mainly what these guys are looking for, that break that's making balls. So we'll play 5 games of 8 ball in this match, and then we'll move on to the 9 ball. It's winter break. It's a double elimination format, but until the finals, we're going to have an extended race, and the records will be erased. I believe it's a race to 11 in the final for the open division. All right, Blake's sticking to this head-on break. needs a kiss on something to make one. I don't see anything down. Really nice spread. I think maybe the 14 in the side or maybe a roll shot on the 11 is about all that Jason has, and I like the stripes. Solids are doable as well. The 11, you can do some things to get the 11 out of there, but ooh, this is not. He caught the point coming out, so now immediately faced with something very difficult on the 12 and kind of forced to shoot it. And the one problem the solids had was the 11. And now Jason had to shoot that first, so he's kind of taken away the problem. So this is a huge shot for game number 3. Oh, that counts. That counts. Little lady luck there. I missed there by Jason. Didn't expect that. And sets up nice now for Blake. He'll just want to get nice and tidy on that 6 ball, so he'll use the 2 right now, I would think anyways, to get real nice on it. You can see it's got room, but you wouldn't want to be shooting a big cut on that or from any distance, so he'll roll forward and off the 2, and like I said, you don't want a big angle. You want to not be dead straight, of course, but I don't think that's possible anyways. But okay, he's going to go ahead and take care of the 7. Kind of up to him here. Okay, that's a good spot for the 6. Mainly here, he's got to put a little draw stroke on it, but nothing major. Using a little bit of the rail to slide that in. Now it's the 1-5-4 in the side. That's perfect. So our defending champion, Blake Baker, out to a 3-0 lead here. 2 more games of 8-ball left in the 8-ball side of the match. Jason's just got to shake those couple of mistakes off. Definitely a player that can overcome this lead. Done it plenty of times, I'm sure. I don't see anything down yet. So Jason with a really nice opportunity here. And at first glance, definitely like the solids just a little bit. Like to get that 5 out of there as soon as possible. The 7 leads to the 1 easily. The 6 leads to the 5 up in the corner by the 3. So it should be 6-5-7-1, something like that, and then come down. So work on the 2, 3, and 4. They're on this end of the table. Well, it's just not going so well for Jason just yet. Maybe if I was in his corner when he gets his next opportunity, maybe take that time out. Regroup. Blake might be on a timeout as we speak. All right, now Blake back at the table. Here's a thank you to our sponsors, Pool Dog, Valley Dynamo, Action Cues, and Aramith. The Belgian billiard balls, the best in the business. And visit the APA store at poolplayers.com/store for all your APA apparel. Now Blake back at the table with a 3-0 lead in the open table, so I mean, they're both very doable. I still kind of like the solids a little bit. Think he can shoot the 6 pretty easily and hold for the 5 up long. Like I said, get over on that 7. That leads to the 1. Then come down table and take care of these last 3 solids. He's looking at the stripes. Stripes are runnable also, and if so, he'll shoot the 11 and 10 off. This is all about his starter, I think. I guess he can get it as shooting a 9 here, maybe. Not sure. He kind of sized up the 9 looking to see how much of the pocket he had going by, so no easy shot here. Looks like he made it look easy though. So now it'll be the 13, 15, and then he'll come down for the 12 and 14 last. So he should just come up about the center of the table, a little past the head string, something like that. Needs a little more out of that. Yeah, that's a little thin on the 15, so that's okay, actually. He can hit the second rail, and he has a lot of room to move. Yeah. That first camera angle made me think this was a little thinner, and it's thin, but you actually want the 2-rail speed here to come and get nice and heavy on the 12, maybe even a hair of an angle. It needs to go a little bit. Yeah, he's going to be a little off angle, and that's what happens when you get that thin one. You're worried of the overhit, and you actually underhit the ball a lot of times. So now he could maybe roll past the, and what he's sizing up is after shooting the 12, if he draws back, he can maybe roll past this and play the 14 inside. Nah, he's too straight. He's got to kind of just pinch it back. Yeah. And he can roll forward here lightly, I think, catch enough of the 8 to play the 8 in the opposite pocket. I don't like drawing this one as much. I like just a light roll speed here and just bumping the 8. Yeah, nice shot. Blake Baker, after an early loss in the tournament first round, figured him to get stronger and stronger, and he played well in that match. Just played another great player and lost Hill. So Jason hasn't gotten on the scoreboard yet, but he's had a few opportunities. Like I said, just next opportunity, maybe entertain using that timeout. get a little more regrouped and know it's only 4-0. I know it's a big lead in a short race, but like I said, he's definitely overcome before. All right, essentially the same place he broke from, just a little bit different cueing off the end rail. Here's that opportunity. It is the last game of 8-ball, but Jason get on the board here, put a few shots together, gain a little confidence after a couple early mistakes. He will be breaking, in the 9-ball to start. He can win this game. Doesn't have the best starter on the stripes, but the solids are very playable as well. He's got a combination on the 7-1 that's very shootable, but I think I would just lean towards the stripes myself. Okay, he's got the cue ball down on the end rail. And after that shot, the 11-ball got really kind of ugly. Blake's not too worried about it, though, with the 9 being there, the 12 on the bottom rail. He's got a few options to get that 11 open. Okay, I don't know if he can do something with the 10 to open it. Now, if you want to just take the 9 off, that opens the 11 up for the corner. Fell a little straight here. Got a lot out of the cue ball there. I think the 11 may pass by the 1, just slide right by. I could be fooling myself, but the camera kind of tells me it's a possibility anyways. Nice shot there. Really nice. Now he's got to make a decision. Do I tear into the 11 a little bit? Do I try to, get by it a little bit and get a cut on it for the upper corner? Got a cross side bank here. Thinking about the cross side, it's got a chance to go twice. He'll be putting a little steam on this. All right, just what the doctor ordered for Jason. Pretty open table, not a lot of stress involved. Probably just starts with the 6. Well, he's going to wait. Thought he may start with the 6 and then knock off the 4, take care of these 3, come down, shoot the 5-1 last. Okay, a lot of choices in this kind of situation. right, has a little angle. Should be able to move the cue ball over for the 5-6. You wouldn't want to wait too often here and go to the 1 first. Normally you'd try and get to that, probably the 6 next. Nice shot there. Pretty perfect on the 5. Just kind of hold there. It gives you a nice angle to just drop the 1 in and come across for the 8. Or at least get the cue ball out for the 8. So Jason Richko is going to get on the board here at trailing 4-1 going into the 9 ball. We're eliminating this field every round, trying to get down to what will be our final 2 sometime tomorrow. I would guess early-ish evening. Everything's, you know, you always get a hair behind in one match or another in these tournaments, and all tournaments really, but really have kept a pretty good hold on things as far as the times here at the U.S. Amateurs. And doing a lot of little extras, cleaning the tables in between matches, making sure everything's sanitized. The staff here at Strokers has been great. All the APA that have come down for the event, from this, as far as the staff is concerned, is doing a great job and constantly working, paying attention to how to improve, making sure all bases are covered. So Jason to break in our first game and the 6th game of the match. First game of the 9 ball, 6th game of the match. Okay, he's made the 1 in the side. The 2's going to dress up over the opposite side. And great chance to get started here to cut this lead. Watch out, 9 ball doesn't want to catch much of that. Okay, he's all right. He's got to work a little bit from the 4 to the 5, and getting beyond the side is a little touchy going by that 6, and he's got a little concern of the side pocket, so may play the 4 in the upper corner. Good shot. And this is all right. He can draw by the 8, no problem. Could play the 4 on the side with a back cut, but I think I like the corner and draw by the 8, and you'll drop off the side rail down here for the 5. Nice shot. Caught a little bit of piece of the, I don't know. It's going to be stretched as well. I think it's makeable, but with the bridge, you're like really worried about fouling here. So tough little situation for Jason. Yeah, this is tough here. Not only is it hard to even reach with the bridge, But if you're cutting at it, you got to shoot it with a little speed to cut it in, a little spin, and get the cue and the bridge out of the way. Very difficult. All right, he's going to try and knock this ball away a little bit and bring the cue ball back. I don't blame him. I mean, that was just a tough situation, I thought. Left nothing easy for Blake. Pocketable 5 ball, but he tries to come backwards with the cue ball. Undoubtedly pulls the 5 off the rail. I would rather just roll this in and get past the 8 a little bit and take what I can. If he elevates here, very difficult to make this ball. Not definitely possible, but your room for error is like almost 0. And it's just one of them things. Almost always wants to pull the ball off the rail whenever you try to dig on that ball. I understand he didn't want to shoot the 6 from a ways away, but just tough. Jason, another opportunity to cut this lead. He was trailing 4-0 now. Could cut it to 4-2. Perfect there with the cue ball. All right, there you have it, 4-2. Jason Richko on a little comeback trail. All right, a little minor inspection of the rack. He's made one on the break. Is the one going to agree? Well, you wouldn't say the best offensive starter, but definitely he's got a bank shot. Oh, yeah, it's not bad at all. Got a safety he could play pretty easily, and he's at the table, so that's what you want. Nice shot there. You can see a possible 1-9. I don't know if Jason would shoot it with ball in hand. The balls are pretty open to run. So we'll see some of Blake's kicking skills here. Nice hit. Wow. What a shot. Just kind of smoothed it in, going rail first on the kick shot. Now he can roll this if he wants. Doesn't have to elevate. Elevating anyways a little bit. I don't think he's rolling it. I think he's kind of stunning it. Oh, he might have banked it. Yeah, just a little fortune there. Didn't get the cue ball where he wanted, but he's going to be happy he's still at the table and definitely has a safety he can play. Got 2 balls to work with there. Jason's got to shake off a little that fluke there, and he made a nice shot. Blake just kicked one in on him, made a great shot, and then missed a 2-ball, but a little fortunate. Little look at Raymond Linares there, grinding on the one-loss side after taking a loss earlier to Jason Shearman. All right, he's got the jump cue out. I think he's probably trying to go offensive here. Maybe not that bank he was looking for, but he'll take it. Now probably a safety. It doesn't appear much of an offensive shot. Might play off the top of the 4, bring the cue ball down behind the 6-ball maybe. Maybe opposite. He might knock the 4 down the table and play the cue ball behind the 8 a little more. It's the shot I like. And he may have given up a little piece of it, a little more than he wanted. Really was worried about getting the 4 back out in the middle of the table, and I don't blame him. Not sure what Blake's looking at here. Tough situation. I think I like hitting the right side of the 4 here and trying to bring the cue ball 1, 2, 3 rails back behind the 6 to the end rail. I know the 4 is going to be out a little bit, but if you don't get the snooker, you're going to leave one tough shot, that's for sure. As long as you execute it decently. If he's elevating, don't think he's doing that. He's going to need a little help. Going to need a little help. Didn't quite get it. So this match is tightening up here. Tricky little shot coming out of the pocket from this kind of angle. You know, if the cue ball's a little closer to the right side of the table, coming out of the pocket with the cue ball is very easy. But coming across the, kind of facing that pocket head on can get pretty tricky. So you may see a rail first shot from Jason. Just because you try to hit, oh, he's elevating. That's a dangerous way to play it as well. So, oh wow, what a draw stroke that was. Wow. How good was that? Got it down. Caught a little rubber going in. How they say it wiped its feet as it went in. I think that's one of the ways they say it. Or I think Grady used to say that. Grady Matthews. Okay, got a little straight on this. A lot of times you want a little more angle maybe, but this should still work. So Jason's starting to pick up a little speed here and going to win 3 in a row if he can get out from here and breaking the balls in game number 8. So, oh, might get on top of the 9 here. Needs it to go a little bit. Okay, that's going to work. Nice shot. Now 4-3. Jason Richko on the comeback trail. Got a lot of tables going on. A few matches at the, what is it, the 4:30 round are starting to complete, but getting down to the nitty-gritty in most of them. And I think this round might cut us down to about 32 players left in the tournament. Not exactly sure, but something like that. I think after the last winners round, that got us to the final 16 of the winner's side. So I think the loser's side is catching up to about the same. All right, made the one in the side. The two so far is agreeing. Yeah, real nice shot on the two. Leads towards the three pretty easily. The 4 and the 5 are near. Little work from the 6 to the 7 to the 8, but this is definitely one of them starters you love to see, especially trailing a game and making a big comeback here like Jason is attempting to do against our defending champion. Nice shot. He's got to have decent little speed coming off this one rail here. Doesn't want to get too thin on the 4. Wants to get as straight-ish as possible on the 4. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it's about as extreme as you want on this shot. You can handle more, but as far as what you want, everything's setting up pretty nice, so you don't want anything that's kind of missable, and cue ball movement isn't needed that much, so want to stay kind of straightish on this 4. He can come across, play the 5 in the side. He can come out for the 5 in the same pocket. Kind of his choice. Okay, there he goes for the 5 in the side. All right, not the biggest deal in the world, but really didn't want to fall straight on this 7. Looks like he's going to gather a little angle. He's going to move him over for a nice, easy shot on the 8. All right, so you can see the stroke getting a little more free for Jason. Earlier it was a little quick and short, so a little better now. And I know these two had to have played each other a few years ago. Maybe not, because I think Blake might have went undefeated, so there's a chance they didn't meet. But like I said, I know Jason made a pretty decent run. There you go, 4-4-4. So a tale of kind of two halves of this match to start. All Mr. Baker at first. And now Jason has let Blake know that he is in the building, and now it's tied at 4 games apiece. Shout out to my wife. I just tuned in to get a little feedback on the forum. My wife's watching. So now with the break and run, so like I said, just kind of two different guys from the beginning of this to what's going on now. Didn't make the one in the side. What's it tracking for the corner? Nope. And Blake in a very difficult situation now. I'm not really sure. You might roll out to where the 3's at and leave a jump shot at the 1, something like that. Not sure where he's going to roll out here. Okay, he's just going to roll out to a super tough shot on the 1. Well, it kind of bounced a little bit, so I suspect Jason to take this. Try and use a lot of left English to, you know, kind of spin this in. Now the 3 doesn't pass, but the 2's over the side and a very open center of the table, so you kind of figure if you make the 1, odds are you get a shot. Don't think I would pass this. I mean, this is a position where looks like the out's not there, but you make the 1, you can create a little bit maybe on the 2 and get to something on the 3. So Jason's playing well. Like I said, if I'm Jason, I think I keep attacking here. Hey Ray, lead him. I'm not sure if Brett Stoudemire is still in the tournament or not, but we'll try and find out for you. And a nice shot there, and he really kind of still has a shot on the 2 on the side, and maybe got as bad as he could get, meaning he could have got a little less thin on this 2, but still though, great to be at the table. There you go. Mike Stagel answered that question about Mr. Stoudemire. Okay, is he thinning this, going and trying to come back? Oh, caught it a little thick to the point there. So I hadn't seen Blake at the table a whole lot last few games. Don't figure that young man's arm to get rusty, but the situation is a little more, you know, tension-filled. See, I think maybe he has a portion of the pocket on the 2 to go by the 6, but if it's any kind of tough, what he's saying is, what's the future in that? The 3 is really troublesome. So looking for maybe a little bit of a safety here. Nothing too easy there either. Maybe put the 2 behind the 6, kind of like bank it off the end rail up behind the 6 and float forward, trying to use the 9, but that speed to me doesn't look like it agrees too well, so he may be shooting at this. Blake likes to stay offensive, and I don't blame him at all. Nice stroke there. Thought he might hit the 6 full, maybe make the 6 as well and have the 3 up in the corner. Now maybe clip the 3 past the 6 and come back behind the 4 with the cue ball. I think he got maybe not all the 3 cut off, but enough to where it's going to kind of keep Jason to where he can't really do much. I do think he can get to a little piece of the 3, I think anyways. Maybe not. The camera fools me all the time, so maybe he's going for the jump cue. It looks like what he's doing. So it may be a jump and try to hit the 3 real full, bank it across the corner, maybe make it, but try and hold the cue ball behind the 8. You wouldn't want to jump like this and not have much room there and cut at this ball, because the cue ball could fly off the table easily. You know, it's going to cut, and then the rail's right there. So I think a full hit on the 3 is what Jason's looking for here. Okay, there you go. Like a little curve shot here. And caught it thin. Didn't leave it dead easy, but Jason's going to attack in the side pocket here and kind of wrap that upper corner with a little little bit of right English. He's got to maybe kind of draw it to the in rail and then spin it back up table 2 rails for the 4, I think. I don't think you're going to see him play a safe here. Maybe. But I like seeing Jason shoot from here. Very capable player. He's leaning more towards the safety, so looks like pretty good. Just leaked out a little bit on him. So now, what's Blake do? Does he use the 7 to try and hide the cue ball? You know, maybe banking the 3 down by the 6, something like that. The other way, I mean, he could try to use the 7 to hide the 3 maybe, but I think I really like maybe just I think anyways. I think I like just naturally playing the 3 back down and just trying to lay the cue ball down on the rail behind the 7 is all. I decided to go for it. Pretty good effort as far as moving the cue ball around and left nothing easy for Jason. So sometimes you have those games of 9-ball, even between the better players, where just one thing after another happens, not really mistakes, just not giving away too much. Just got a little thin. Now is the cue ball going to help him out behind the 6 maybe? And that's what I mean. It's just one of those games, it looks like. So, you know, maybe not all the luck at the beginning of the match, but a little bit here towards the end. And, you know, we all remember the end of the match, that's for sure. I've been really impressed with the amount of spectators online right now for this one loss side. Only the second day of the tournament. Over 600 viewing. Had upwards of 1,000 a few times. Okay. This is the type of shot you got to get over quick, right? So you really, unless you just happen to hit the 3 uber thin, you don't expect to really get shape on the 4, to believe it or not. I think getting shape is kind of a, oh, he did caught the 6, so. Blake probably doesn't get back to the table here, maybe, but good chance of ball in hand that Jason runs out and might capture his first lead of the match. And Blake's going to need to regroup a little bit when he gets another opportunity. Got a little straight, so I don't think he's going to be able to get as close to the 5 as he really wanted. He follows this, trying to cheat it a little bit. Get the cue ball out with top left. Watch outside pocket right there by the 6. Kind of get a feeling that's where the cue ball's wanting to go with that top left. And that's the side pocket I was talking about, but he had to gamble a little bit. right, now in prime position. He's worked through the tough part of the rack. It's just a matter of maintaining now for Jason. You see in the background, tables getting open a little quicker. For the most part, just like most tournaments, just like the pros, just everybody playing better and better as matches go along. Getting more comfortable, a little more used to the way they like to play. Jason doesn't mind shooting them a little bit, that's for sure. He'll put a little speed on a shot. And that's a little preference, you know. Jason, you can see, you know, probably in his mid-50s or something like that, so probably started playing when the equipment was a little different, when you had to put a little more effort into cueing. A nice shot. So just developed his tempo for back in the day. Now 5-4. Now to break here in game number 10. What's the 2-ball going to do? Yeah, it's nice. Over the side, so he's a little thin on it. Not thin, but I mean, it's not dead straight, so he probably has to move the cue ball. Maybe not. Maybe he can roll it in and just hold in between the 5-7 for a little cut on the 3 and the side. There is some traffic there if he decides to move it, so he's going to look, and it's probably smart to try and not move it. Just take a little thinner cut on the 3. The 4's over the same side pocket as the 3. The 5 goes by the 6, it appears. So a lot of times when you try to do this, you actually maybe hit it softer than you think you can. You hold it better than you think you. Oh, that one went on him. That one went. He's still got to look at the 3, but I would say quite a bit thinner than he wanted. Huge shot here, though. Ooh, man, that camera angle tells me this is tough. And not just making the ball, right, but not losing the cue ball in one of these 6 pockets here on this gold crown. Got to shave this in. Yeah, just overcut it. Now, is he going to get a break here? Looks like he may get a little bit of a roll here, maybe. Maybe. I don't know if it's a curve shot or a jump shot here for Blake. Ain't nothing easy, though. You can see a little shake of the head there like, man, give me a break here. Going to say the kickable, very makeable on a kick shot too. I wouldn't kick too hard. I don't want to lose accuracy here. I want to try there like that. I mean, it didn't work out, but I mean, kick hard at it, you lose a little accuracy, right? So thin cut here for Jason, but he'll definitely attack. I think so anyways. I think this, when he's this close to it, the 4's not hard. You just go back and forth with the cue ball. think he's got to shoot at this. Oh, he tried to throw it in. Thought he'd just level out and flat cut the ball in. Now, Blake's in an all right spot. He's snookered, but he's got a rail first, I believe, that he's a favorite to make. Not saying he'll make it for sure, but I think he's a favorite to make. Oh, I didn't realize he had to curve it that much. I thought, well, he's going to lose a little accuracy because of the curve, but nice shot. And this is not agreeing with him so much. This is like really tough. I don't know what he's going to do here. I mean, you could bank it across, but it's still funny to play safe behind it. I don't think it's cuttable in the side, definitely not in the corner. You may see him swing this towards the 9. Oh, wow, what a shot to beat hitting the point there. Wow, great shot, Blake. And under the pressure of all that. All right, he's got to draw the ball a little bit or maybe contact the 6 like that. So things getting turned loose a bit. Would have been a little bit of hard luck if he had scratched cross corner after all that, but tough shot in the side though. Nothing easy. He's only going to bounce off the rail a little bit because you don't figure him to put a ton of speed on this. Yeah, so both these guys working hard, trying to stay in this tournament on the one-loss side. Now, he's a little thin here, but I think speed isn't too difficult, but it is kind of crucial. All right, nice shot. Watch outside pocket. Ooh. All right, so we're going to get tied at 5 games apiece, barring anything unforeseen. I think Blake's waiting on another player from another table to shoot. It's been a while. Blake Baker, who was up 4-0, lost 5 in a row to Jason Richko, and now tied at 5 games apiece. So it's been a while since Blake's broke the balls. I'm sure he'll stick to that side rail break and try and regain the lead here in game number 11. Yeah, not sure, Ray, about Blake's Fargo being at 802. That would be about like Shane Van Boning's Fargo. So it's pretty ways up there. All right, nice break shot. The 1's going to give him something to get started with. What's the 2 going to do? Okay, it opened up just enough. Depending on where he gets on the 2, you may see a 9 ball getting thrown towards that lower right-hand corner. Okay. So this is that angle I was talking about. If he follows the ball or draws the ball, if he follows, he's got a chance to make the 9. If he draws it, not too much chance of making the 9, but drawing it may lead more towards position on the 3, though. Yeah, drawing it was going to lead like I said, a little more towards position. Following may put him on the end rail or behind the 5-6. All right, does he smooth it or does he pound it 2 rails back and forth? He's a little fortunate there. Tough shot, of course, but not only did the 3 wobble the pocket and get out of the pocket a little bit, but the cue ball came 2 rails and put Jason right in the trees, jacked up over the 4. So not a whole lot here. He's got to go for the cut, but can't afford to spin it any kind of way, being elevated over the 4, and just a tough shot all the way around. And anytime you're elevated, that's the problem is, especially with this much distance, any slight mishit of the cue ball, you know, when you're regular leveled out a little more, you have a hair more room of mishitting the cue ball. But when you're elevated, you're essentially shooting a jacked up shot. So now you're going to curve the cue ball with any mishit and probably not do too well as far as trying to make the ball. Tell you what, turned out okay. All right, I'm not sure what Blake's going to do here. This is touchy. Might cut at this. Yeah, just a difficult situation. I just wasn't sure what the play was there. Well, I think he left a shot. He just wanted to creep on the top side of that 4. So Blake's going to go for this for sure. Okay, nice shot. Really got a lot of skills. Now decision, can he shoot the 4 and make the 9 move enough to open up the 5? That would be what you would want. Now the thing is, when you have this type of shot, it's easy to overcut the 4 and bobble a little hair because you're trying to create a little movement. So the key is to recognize if the shot just naturally opens up the 9. That way you don't put a little extra into trying to move the cue ball and then end up missing the 4. So I've done that so many times, really trying to help the cue ball. Oh, he put a great stroke on it. Okay, he's got to kind of float this a little bit. He can handle it. You'll want to add a little bit of right English right here to open up the cue ball more towards the center and not have to worry about the 9. Okay, he just put a touch of it, didn't need much. I think the camera kind of fooled us a little bit as well. So looking for another lead change here. All right, that's a nice shot. Kept enough angle to just kind of stun up for the 9 in the side. Nice shot. So Blake Baker back at it. Looks like gonna get to the hill first. All kinds of close ones around the arena right now. I'm not sure, the young man Ernesto Bayala, former champion here. Not sure of the young man he's playing, but I've watched him kind of play through the week, and he plays really well. It's hill, I believe, between him and Ernesto. Or just a couple tables down. So we'll see. Blake sticks to that side rail break, which most will in the 9-ball. A lot of them hit the pocket. I'm not sure any of them went. I don't know if the 1 passes the 8. It's close. Something tells me it does. The 2 is playable, even though the 4's almost got it covered up. But yeah, that's a great camera angle by Murdoch there. The man behind the scenes. So yeah, the 1 goes. Needs to get a little clearer with the cue ball to get at the 2, but it does. The 2 is playable. Oh, watch out, 3-6. This is what I was worried about. Oh my. And that one's gonna hurt. Not sure what he has besides a 1 rail kick, and he's stretched out doing that, so we'll see how he wants to play it. Yeah, I don't know. He would like to kick 3 rails, but I think the 7-8 has got that path a little cut off. That'd be the way I'd like to kick from here, but I think all he can do really is go for a little 1 rail kick. And I mean, I know you can hit it really well, and it's still about only 20% of the time you're making a good hit on that ball. It's just you only have a 1/3 of the ball to hit on the 2 or something like that, so I have to go up and down the table and then hoping to hit it. Now the good thing is if you do hit it, you probably make it, so there is some plus to stay confident with. It looks like it's going to catch the 4, and then it's just a tough situation for Jason. I'm not sure if the 2 goes now. I think it does. I'm not 100%, but I think so. You can definitely play a kiss shot there. Now it looks like the 2 goes easy. I don't know if I would come across here. Does the 3 not go? Yeah, see, the 3 goes in the corner by the 8. Okay. Perfect speed there, but he could have just laid on the right side of the table and shot the 3, like I said, to the upper corner by the 8 without having to try and move the cue ball into position. But nevertheless, he's in great shape now. This is where the 6 is at. He may play underneath on the 5 here in a moment as well. So you want to draw this back just a touch, just maybe a few inches. Yeah, like that. The 5 goes in the side pocket to the right, goes in the side pocket to the left, goes in both upper corners. So unless he's really confident with the speed moving 3 rails, he may shoot this with inside and go 1-2 in between the 5 and the 9. That's a good shot. But that shot there, speed is very important. If you lay on the rail kind of flat, you may be in trouble. Overhit wasn't too much of a problem, but he'd like to gotten straight where he could just shoot the 6 in the side, but I don't think that's possible. Main thing is here, just look like he's cueing downward. Oh. Let up on it a little bit, so now he's going to have to show us the draw stroke just a hair, no big deal. Remember, you don't have to get all the way back to straight. You just got to draw it and get, a diamond past the side pocket on the right side rail is plenty. Yeah, you can see Blake kind of like moving the arm a little bit there, and just a little bit of a let up on the swing, trying to control it maybe a little much. I think he's okay, and I don't really think it's that difficult to draw. I think he can get past the side pretty easily. Drawing it with low right. Well, it looks like he's looking at the other corner to go 3 rails. Shot I brought up yesterday that you learn it, and it's a great shot, you think, whenever you first learn it, but it's just not one you use a whole lot after that. It's kind of one you stay away from. Got it a little thick. So now Jason he gets to come back and take a chance at tying this match at 6 apiece. Nice shot there. Looks like he's going to end up perfect. Looks like we're moving to a hill thriller. So Jason Richko just 2 balls away from getting to the case game of this match after trailing 4-0. And really, you know, I think Blake made one mistake in that, you know, that after leading 4-0 to give up the lead, but basically it was just Jason kind of waking up, shaking off a few mistakes, and you know, just playing hard like they all do, and coming back in this match. And now we're to the point we all want to see every match, hill. All right, here we are. Thanks, Drew on Durnko for the nice compliments. Maybe someday put something together as far as a book, but I don't know if today's is a book age, but you never know. Seems like we never have a break and run out hill. I mean, it very rarely. Even on the pro level, it just seems that there's always a situation that allows both players back to the table. Very difficult here. You'd like to never roll out when you can see the ball, and you know you're not in just a total trap situation, but this is difficult. He's going to try and pinch the cue ball with some draw, and I think come to the end rail and use the 4. Try and use the 4 as a snooker. I don't think he's going to get it. And that kind of shot there, right? The main thing about that kind of shot is, okay, I might not get the snooker, but you always think speed of the cue ball laying on this end rail. Just imagine how much tougher, it's a tough shot, but just how much tougher it is if the cue ball's froze. Not only to make the ball or near the end rail, but also to move the cue ball. Okay, great shot there, and Blake's definitely going to stay aggressive here. I think if he smooths it in, he comes 1, 2, 3 maybe. Maybe he can smooth it in and stay just 2 rails kind of feel like he may have to put a little extra into this. No, no. He just smoothed it in. Great shot. Great shot. Now he's got to draw out of this a little bit. Can't afford to go forward, I don't think. Okay, so now we're going to see the bridge, I'm sure. He's going to have to draw the cue ball a little bit. Wants an angle on the 6 for sure. But the 7, you know, you got to work to get back down here. But the 7's in good position to move the cue ball easily to the 8. So think more about this shot than anything else to finish this rack and the match and continue on trying to defend his title here at the U.S. Amateurs. Okay, he's gotten off the rail and he's gained an angle, so accomplished what he wanted here. Now it's just a matter of getting to the center of the table. That's it. Whether it be top inside or kind of a stun one rail. He's going to get a little flatter than I thought he may have wanted. Now, thankfully, he's not straight. If he was straight, he would be in a little bit of trouble. But he's got the nice one rail speed. Okay. Wants it to go a little bit more. Oh, that's going to be just fine. Blake always staying loose, not afraid to move the cue ball at all. We're going to wait till this 9's down before I say anything else. But Blake Baker's going to advance. Jason Richko, great comeback, buddy. You played your heart out and keep your head up. Another fine tournament, even though it wasn't the results you totally wanted. And we'll have Blake Baker back in another one-loss side here in just a little while. Stay tuned, everyone. The APA U.S. Amateurs Open Division is day 2. We'll finish up tomorrow, but a lot of action. Thank you very much.